Ladies and gentlemen, from Newport News, Virginia, we want to say happy birthday, Dr. Scott. We're celebrating your life, your legacy, and our hope. Together, we can give an opportunity. We welcome you to our event tonight. And tonight, we want to welcome Cameron Dickerson, Cheryl Abbott, Braden Hedgepath, Crystal Rainey, Melissa Mann, Michael Nichols, and performances by Cassandra Kelly, Casey Amore, and kicking us off tonight, please welcome the Fuzz Band.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Got me working 9 to 5 for her. Got me talking all night long for her. Got me singing lullabies for her. Got me crying on my knees for her. I got a good woman, y'all. I got a good woman, real good woman, mighty fine woman. I got a good woman. Is hard to find. Got me crying all day long. Got me going crazy, baby. Got me on my bended knees, wishing you were here with me. Ain't nothing wrong with making good love to a good woman. A good woman. Got me singing my dance to her. Got me singing lullabies to her. Got me talking all night.
Ladies and gentlemen, Crystal Rainey.
Good evening. I'm Crystal Rainey, and I serve as the Executive Director for the Waldo Scott Center for Hope. As we have received many favorable comments from last week's Scott Center highlights, we are here again to present you with a few more memorable moments. Our board member, Cheryl Abbott, who will speak next, will introduce you to tonight's highlight speaker.
So honored to be here to introduce a man that is going to speak to us about my good friend, Imam Mohammed Asadi. Mr. Asadi is a man that has a heart for the community. I met him several years ago when I traveled from Richmond and started getting involved in the community. He was at city council meetings. He was at the Southeast board meetings on planning. He was on Downing Gross board, and he had a heart for the community. He had a heart for our Black history in this community. And being a former member of the Scott Center, he has been a voice and an impact. So, without further ado, let me introduce to you Mr. Michael Nichols, who will speak on behalf of our beloved Imam Mohammed Asadi.
Hello everyone, my name is Mike Nichols, and I'm a member of the board of the C. Waldo Scott Center for Hope. And I'm here today just to share a few words about one of our former members, Imam Mohammed Asadi. Imam Mohammed Asadi, who is in the Association of Imam W.D. Muhammad, is the resident Imam at the H.O.P.E Islamic Center in Newport News, Virginia. Imam Asadi has been striving in the religion of Al-Islam for 55 years. He is married and has 4 children. He is a 1961 graduate of Huntington High School, and in 1979, he furthered his education when he attended King Abdulaziz University in Saudi Arabia. That same year, 1979, he made the Hajj, the pilgrimage to the sacred city of Mecca. Imam Asadi's worldwide perspective that emphasizes the importance of the responsibility of the community and the role of the individual as it relates to the oneness of humanity. He is actively involved in various community organizations, such as People to People and the Virginia Center for Inclusive Communities. He is a member of the Whitaker Memorial and Newport News General Hospital Reunion Committee. Imam Asadi, he follows Dr. Preston T. Hayes as the Pastoral Care Director of the Newport News General Hospital and serves as a board member. He is also a member of the Mid-Atlantic region of Imams, and last, he is a former member of the C. Waldo Scott Center for Hope. And as you will see, Imam Asadi is not just connected to the Scott Center in the Southeast community, and he has not just become active in community affairs in these last few years. For instance, in 1983, he was the chairman of the Jamestown Reunion Committee, and they had their event on the banks of the James River. And speakers Imam Muhammad and former Mayor Jesse Ratliff spoke under the theme Jamestown Reunion, Our Arrival and Survival. Following the events at Jamestown, other festivities were held at the Hampton Coliseum, where Imam Asadi's committee received 6 proclamations from various cities, all declaring Jamestown Reunion Day. Imam Asadi, for years now, has emphasized the legacy of the Legacy Square Project. And he reports that it doesn't matter if you speak with the mayor of Hampton Roads, the governor of Virginia, Ralph Northam, the president of the United States, Joe Biden, or the Secretary General of the United Nations. It doesn't matter anyone that you speak to, those gentlemen or anyone else. And that because no one would ever find the likeness of Legacy Square in any other city, state, or nation on the globe. Some of you may be asking, what is Legacy Square? Well, Legacy Square consists of 12 blocks from 23rd Street to 35th Street on Wickham Avenue. And that includes the First Church of Newport News Baptist, the Downing Groves Cultural Arts Center, the Pearl Bailey Library, Doris Miller Recreational Center, and the C. Waldo Scott Center for Hope. On 23rd and Orchid to 35th Street, that housed many of the teachers that taught at Huntington High School, such as Sarah Whitaker, Mr. Calloway, Mr. Yancey, and Miss Diggs. The next block, home to St. John's Church of God in Christ, where Bishop Green Jr., he offered programming entitled Faithful Living for 16 years. On the next block sits Phyllis Wheatley YWCA and the Whitaker Memorial. And finally on the next block sits Huntington Middle School. So that makes up the 12 blocks of Legacy Square. And Imam Asadi would like to thank the former mayor of Newport News, Neil Morgan, for bringing the planning and engineering department together for a rendering of Legacy Square. The positive naming dynamic will also enhance children's self-esteem, says Carlton Ashby, former member of the Newport News School Board, and it would also bring self-awareness and self-image. And it would empower children in our community to increase their sense of purpose and their sense of belonging to the big picture of success in life. In the October 2008 edition of The Voice magazine, under the caption, Downing Gross is honored with new Cultural Arts Center, it states, city leaders took turns touring the significance of the renovated school to the community where it sat prior to the plan to renovate the former Walter Reed Elementary School, because it was slated for demolition. But former Vice Mayor Charles Allen, he credited our very own Imam Mohammed Asadi for bringing the need to the City Council and getting the process started to reserve the building as a community asset. Imam Asadi, he also served on the advisory board as well. Here at the Scott Center, we've always considered Imam Asadi as a thinker, historian, and philosopher. These characteristics are tied to his Islamic faith. Their house of worship in 1994 received a proclamation from former Mayor Barry DeVauld, and some of the highlights of the proclamation are as follows. Whereas Masjid Muhammad is the first house of worship on the peninsula. This mosque was established in 1964, whereas Masjid Muhammad serves as a means to bring the history of the Muslim people of the world to the citizens of Newport News. To further share history and the importance of education, Imam Asadi invited a Muslim delegation from Malaysia who were on tour in Hampton Roads in 2014 to Newport News. And then in Newport News, their tour started at the Al-Aqaba Islamic Center before touring the Huntington Office of Alumni Affairs at Huntington Middle School. And after that, they toured multiple educational sites in Newport News to include the administration building, where they were met with by the former superintendent and school board members. And then they traveled to Heritage High School, where they were extended a warm welcome. Mr. Asadi also has pictures of this momentous occasion, so if you would like to view those pictures that shows a little more detail of the tour, pictures are available. But regarding education and history, Imam Asadi would also like to speak to the trust factor connecting the Muslim people and the Islamic faith to the community. On loan in the Al-Aqaba House of Worship's Culture and Arts Room, they have paintings and portraits on display of local leaders, to include Thomas E. Ross, the first professional director of the Hampton Roads Boys Club, Doris Miller Recreational Center, Pearl Bailey Library, Reverend Thomas Poole, the founder of First Church, and Miss Elizetta Williamson, who is Phyllis Wheatley's first executive director. This relationship shows how all people can work together for the greater good of humanity. And Imam Asadi is also responsible for the community room at the Pearl Bailey Library in honor of attorney Hale Thompson. Last, Imam Asadi is one of the first and original board members of the C. Waldo Scott Center for Hope, and he was on the board for over 30 years. And he is the first member of Islamic faith. So from his Arabic perspective, he would like to share a few words. And all of those hearing this knows that these are the words from Imam Asadi. He says the word Waldo, in Arabic pronounced Walada, is called the trilateral root for Waldo, and it stresses the three letters W, L, and D. The Waldo means to bear a child, Walda means childbirth, and Walden means newborn child. So he says, is it a coincidence that Dr. Scott's name would deal with newborns and birth, considering he is both a physician and a surgeon? That is something for all of us to think about. Further, the Scott Center is a facility for youth, and the center was once a newborn as well. And the same as many of the youth that enter its doors, the Scott Center has now grown and matured to provide the necessary skills to a new generation of students, youth, and the community where it resides. And the hope contained in the name is more than just a mere word, but it offers meanings for generations to reflect on. Jesse Jackson is famous for coining the phrase, "Keep hope alive," but our acronym HOPE, H-O-P-E, is about action, helping our people emerge. And the Scott Center is playing a major role in our community. He further explains the logo of the Scott Center for Hope. And if you can now envision it, a black and white image where you have a body which is half in the dark and half in the light. And you can also see the sun. The body representing humanity and society coming out of the darkness, representing the lack of knowledge or enlightenment, and being pulled into the sunlight like a magnet, with sunlight representing knowledge, education, skills, and a brighter life. Imam Asadi is a historian, activist, musician, father, husband, committee, and board member. But most importantly, Imam Asadi is a man of faith and has been a positive asset to this community and to this center. And let's not forget about his imaginary band as well. We all wish him well in his future endeavors, and if we can ever do anything to assist you, we are here for you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this evening, Cassandra Kelly.
Recording.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as a rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Please put your hands together for Casey Amore.
if we go roll some more, yeah. And we ain't too high to see eye to eye. No, you feel the rush from a simple touch, baby, roll some more. Twisting, lifting up off your vision. Got me on my knees, you're my religion. Speaking tongues all on your body, no one's listening. Tapping on you under submission that you're giving. Can't let no time go wasted. Sitting around so they say this moment can be placed. Comfortably you will fade away. Ain't no room in Paris. Say, we can still fly high and crash it. Hey, just make sure you pass it down. No, you can't imagine. Ooh, it's automatic, yeah. The life we live is a lavish, yeah. We don't have to be here if we stay. We don't have to leave if we go. Roll some more. Da, 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 da. We don't have to be here if we stay. We don't have to leave if we go. Roll some more. We don't bend. We don't. We ain't too high to see eye to eye. Love that song. Love that song. Love that song.
And here's one of our very own youth, touched by hope, Brandon Hedgepath.
Hello, I'm Brandon K. H.O.P.E, and I am a current student at Old Dominion University. I'm attending virtually, and I'm a recipient of the Scott Center Scholarship from 2020. So I'm happy here to speak to you a little bit about my college experience and what I'm enjoying. So I'm happy to report that I am truly enjoying my time right now at college, enjoying expanding my education. Education has been something that has always been extremely important to me. And so I'm just really glad and thankful that I have this opportunity to be able to expand on my education and really be able to set out to achieve anything that I want. And so overall, like I said, it has been amazing. I have had some amazing professors from in this semester and the previous one, and just really I'm enjoying my time being able to learn the material and really be able to, really apply it to my everyday life. And so right now I am, even though we're virtual, I'm virtual, I'm still rather involved, and so I have recently been sworn in as a member of the ODU Student Government Association as a senator, and I'm just really glad and thankful that I'm able to have this opportunity to be able to represent my fellow students, my fellow monarchs in the student government. And additionally, I'm also a part of the C Student Leadership Council as well, and so I'm just really thankful to be able to be in these positions And I'm also glad that due to my asynchronous schedule, I have enough time to be able to do other stuff I enjoy, such as working and also doing my own podcast, in which I'm able to speak to various different people and really be able to find out, really how they've been doing and what they're doing to help achieve their goals. And so I'm just really glad to be able to, really be in a day and age where all of this is possible thanks to the likes of technology and other means. And so overall, I'm just really glad that I've had the support from friends, family, and organizations such as the Scott Center, that have really been supportive of my education. And I'm just really glad to be here today. And I hope that other people are able to be given the same opportunity to expand their education. This is a very important part in our lives, and I'm just really thankful that I'm able to live it to my fullest.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cameron Dickerson.
Hi, my name is Cameron Dickerson, and I am a 2020 recipient of the C. Waldo Scott Center Scholarship. I'm currently in my first year at William & Mary and majoring in biology and pre-dental studies. I will forever be grateful for this award because it allowed me to pursue my educational dreams. Thank you once again to the C. Waldo Scott Scholarship Committee for providing me with such an amazing opportunity. Thank you.
Once again, welcome the Fuzz Band.
You guys doing all right out there? This song is called Gone. Gone. You and I got drunk on love and circled the globe. You and I, we broke the rules and loved as we'd go. To fall so fast, so far, I could not say. To fall so hard in love, I could not breathe. But you will find me in a field.
And closing out tonight, Miss Melissa Mann.
I hope you have enjoyed this evening's virtual fundraiser. It is only with your support that we can continue to provide programs and services for our community, youth, and families. Please donate by sending a check or electronically through our website. We hope you will join us next Thursday at 6 p.m. as we will hear from Dr. Benjamin Williams of the Washington, D.C. Public School System.